So today we are going to be practicing, it's a hold exercise basically for jhana. What are we going to do? The sutta, what helps in getting into jhana is in Anguttara Nikaya 5.57. It's about reflection. Okay. So what is this reflection all about? It is abhinnam pachavekitabba. Okay. Abhinna means again and again. Abhinnam. Pachavekitabam means to reflect upon. So there are 5 reflections which should be consistently done. So I'm starting today. I've never done, let's say, in my life. And I tried my best to get into Indriya Samvara, had a mixed success. And without that, I can't enter into jhana. So I will do this. So first thing is that I need to have this determination, sankappa or adhitthana. Okay. So if I'm a slow performer, that means I get it very slow. It need not be something to do with sotapanna. I can be a sotapanna, but beyond that sotapanna stage, my development is slow. Dhanda bhinya. And it is painful. And I know it. It's painful. So what do? I set a goal of 6 months to an year. Okay. So I take 1 full year and I will divide it by 4 quarters. And each is 3 months. I will evaluate the first quarter. So today we are on 30th of April. April, May, June. So 30th June is when I review it. So I need to make a calendar and I need to review. It doesn't matter whether I am following Goenka or TMI or this or that, doesn't matter. Even if I don't follow also doesn't matter. Because I tried everything. I tried Goenka technique, it didn't work. I tried TMI technique, it didn't work. I tried Ajahns techniques, it didn't work. So now I am clear that I am Dhandabhinya. That means I am here for a slow progress, not for a fast progress, because the underlying defilements are very strong. Okay. So the easy ground for me to practice is in this Anguttara Nikaya 5.57. Very simple, but it should be continuous. Okay, so what do? So first I know what it is. Second, I understand what's the danger of not knowing it. Third, not only I see the danger, I see what's the route of escape from this. Fourth, I will check whether it is only me who is going to face this or is it everyone, all beings. 5, then I develop discernment to see that what should be done, discernment. 6th one, I put it in practice. Okay, these are the 6 steps I'm going to use. Now, what is Pachavekkana? So first I need to know this term. It's from Pacha, dependencies. Pachavekana is to see the dependencies and reflect upon it. Okay. So the first thing I need to take is that jati dharma or jati dhamma. So jati dhamma means birth and dhamma means the nature. In nature, how birth happens. So there are two ways the birth happens in this world. One is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. These are the only two ways the birth happens. Now, can the being decide the parents? No. Did I decide to get an Indian parent? And the answer is no. Okay. Did I decide to have such a life? Or did I wish? And the answer is no. I don't even know why this is happening. So, what I need to reflect on jati dhamma or nature of birth is that depending upon the opportunity presented, the birth happens. Meaning, there should be a mother, there should be a father, and there should be food, which we already covered. Mata, Pitti, Sambhava. So I need to see that. And not only I see that in me, I see that in everyone. So I take all humans and I keep on reflecting whomever I meet henceforth. That is from now. I don't recognize them as friend or enemy or this or that. I just recognize them on how did they take birth. Okay. This is covered in MN 77, in MN 74, which we already covered, but it's a good reflection. That's the reason I took this Pachavekana from birth. That is not there in this, but you need to reflect. Why? Because we need to know how birth happens, not by choice and not by chance, based upon conditions. Okay, that's the first step. So what do I do there then? What do you expect me to do? I expect to observe this birthing process. That is, I am Kome Kayo, this Kaya, this body. Has taken rupee shape. Okay. Then what it do? Chatu Mahaputiko, consisting of 4 elements. Okay. Mata Petti Kasambhavo, made possible by mother and father. not by me, made possible by father and mother or mother and father. Odana kumma sapuchayo. Odana, rice, just potted rice. Kummasa. Upachaya, origin, starting. Upachaya, santati, jarata. These are three stages. Okay. Odana, kummasa, upachayo. And then what happens? It goes through anicca, uchadana, parimadhana, bhedana, vidhamsana. So this is what the nature is. Dhamma is this nature. So jati dhamma, if I were to see, happens in this way. Not because I wanted it to be like this. Now this I need to do for one full year. All the time. All the time. All the time. If I see a cat or a dog or a rat or an insect or a human or any kind of animal, instead of recognizing it as tiger, lion, cheetah, etc., I just see this. I am kayo, rupi, shape. Chatu mahabhutiko. I don't have to touch a tiger or lion or cheetah or anything to see whether it is real. I know it. Even for that matter, rat and dog and cat and all that, or any cattle, same, right? The birthing process is the same. So they can either come out of moisture, they can come out of land, like egg or womb, or come in water, like fishes, aquatic. But they require a place. So that is hatching of egg, which is again brought by mother and father. So the first thing I need to notice is whatever I am calling I is a reflection of my father and mother. Both physically and mentally. I can't exist independent of my parents. Right? So that's a Pachavikana I need to have. Now, how do I practice on a daily basis? Continuously, I have to keep on reflecting this, not allowing the mind to go into some other thought process. Okay. Should I set 1 hour cushion time? Like taking a cushion and setting 1 hour? No time. Should I sit and do it? It's your choice. It's not what you do, it's about what you understand it is. Okay. So first I need to do this. Let's say I do this. Then I have to check the mind. Check the mind means I have to see what is getting established. Let's say I'm seeing Madhukar. Is Madhukar getting established? So when I see Madhukar, I forget he's coming from his parents. So then I have to bring it up that there is no Madhukar, it is just this Kaya, which is Rupi, coming from where? From the four elements. Mata Pettika Sambhavu, by his parents, by the four primaries or elements, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, which was formed due to Udana Kummasa, Upachaya, arising. Formed. So it is formed. It's a porridge, rice and porridge. So when I ejaculate, I see the same porridge. Right? That porridge, rice, enters into the vagina of the woman and then conception happens. So now I see there's an egg and there's a sperm and then seminal fluid is what this whole thing is. That means the food which has got digested is stored as semen, which is used by the sperms. And then the egg is fertilized. Right? And that's a process. In this process, there is no person, it's a process. So when I see a male organ or a female organ, I should just look it as it is for process of procreation or creating an offspring. Nothing is there. Okay. When I see the feminine breast, etc., then it is just for feeding as opposed to sensual. So I was sensual and now I'm non sensual. This reflection I need to have. Right? And that's the reason it is like that. Then what happens? When this body gets formed, it means once the sperm and egg meets, the blastocyst starts. So the cell division happens. It's not me. It's a process of cell division. In that cell division comes eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, etc. Limbs, hands gets formed. Again, it's a process, not me. Okay. So I got it right. Now what happens after that? It goes through anicca, uchadana, parimadhana, bhedana, vidhamsana. Goes through this 5 process. It's a process, not me. It's a process. So birthing is a process. So when I see whomever I see, either in the mall or at home or anywhere, I need to see only this Pachavikana. Along with this Pachavikana, I need to do this Pachavikana, which is mentioned in Sabbasava Sutta. That is, you require food, shelter, clothing, medicines. For this. Okay. Now that's all what I need to do as step one. So my objective is to enter into jhana. The obstacle which has come are five hindrances. First is doubt and indecision. I'm not able to see what should I follow. I tried my best with SN Goenka technique. Didn't work for me. And it was seemingly more like a cultish. So I started getting doubt. Is this what Buddha Dhamma is? And I felt this is not right for me. This is not for me. Then somebody introduced me to Chuladasa's The Mind Illuminated, which I tried. But as of now, I can only do 1 step 3, step 4, whatever that is, and nothing beyond that. And I find it is too daunting and too theoretical and too much of strain. Okay. Then I went into some Ajahn techniques, Ajahn Lee and Ajahn Lim, and so many other people, their meditation techniques, which seems good, but I don't know is it the right one or not. So I have indecisions. Then somebody suggested me go directly into the Buddha Dhamma. I know it for yourself. It was overwhelming, but then you have to begin somewhere. So now I am here. Okay. And I know that even being a Sotapanna, it doesn't lead to jhana. And hence, many people told me, don't do jhana, especially the Sri Lankan kind. They suggested me that jhana is not what Buddha taught, even though everywhere jhana is there. I don't know. Again, that created indecision for me. Because the sutta says so, but the Thero say no. So this doubt has caused a lot of discomfort to me. So now I'm coming to the most simplest part of the Dhamma, which is reflection. Okay. Very simple. There's no confusion. Because I can now see what I want is to see in the sense, not seeing as I seeing, is to really see that's how things are working. So there should be a father. Absolutely. Married or unmarried doesn't matter. There should be a father. Yes. And there should be a mother. Yes. Girl or a woman who is ready to become a mother. So father and mother are, so here there's no doubt. Now, nobody can create a doubt in me that father is required or not required, mother required, not required. I'm sure. How was I born? Because of my parents. It's simple and clear. That makes sense to me. How were they born? Due to their parents. How were they born? They were born due to their parents. So now I can see whether I'm calling them as great grandfather, great grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, father, mother. It means the same thing. So it's nothing confusing me, nothing I need to guess. And then when I got married, I can see the same thing. So there's nothing fishy about it. I have my son. So basically, I can know how did I get my son, right? The same process. And in every ejaculation, I can see this white color thing coming, which creates no doubt in me that the food what I've eaten is coming out. It's absolutely fair. So there's no imagination. Because I'd heard that Buddha Dhamma is the only thing where there's no imagination. And now I see that I'm confident that indeed there is no imagination. And then I find that this is the four elements, which is same used in constructing the house, is the same thing that is used to construct this body. How? My parents ate the food which came from ground. I ate the same thing to make my son. They ate the same thing to make their son. So they made their son. They didn't have a son. They made a son. Exactly the same process I followed to make my son. So my son is a combination of the four elements and food from my parents. Clear till here? No doubts. So when I see my son, what should I see? Four elements plus the food. And when that is there, I can see these five things: anicca, uchadana, parimaddana, bhedana, vidhamsana, dhamma. Anicca, arising and ceasing. That body is no longer there. So I'm 100% certain. Second, uchadana, maintaining it. Consistently, it has to be maintained. Parimaddana, there is pressure on this body. Because of that, there's bhedana, breaking away. Vidhamsana, you can see it going from east to west, sunrise to sunset. Right? I can see it. No imagination. So my practice from the morning, whenever I wake up, should be first is this. Then the Kama Chanda will not get established. The habitual Kama Chanda pattern does not take a footing. The first thing. Then we come to that sutta. So what should I see now? There is yobana, youth. We like to be young. The more younger we look, it seems death is far away. Now I have to reflect on jara, aging. Should ask this question to myself. When I was in the womb, what was I doing? Eating. That means I was hungry. Yes. And I was having fluid. Yes. So that means whatever I had eaten earlier has got aged. Yes. It has passed. And yes. So after coming from the womb, what did I do? Same thing. And what is that I'm doing today? Exactly the same thing. Again, there is no imagination. What is that people are doing? Same thing. Call it by whatever fruit or vegetable or whatever it is, whatever dishes are, I care a damn. What is that is happening in real sense? I can see aging. So, what is expected till death? Hunger and thirst. So, what was at the starting, conception? Hunger and thirst. And what will it end up with? Hunger and thirst. And now I see Jara Dhamma in everyone: rat, cat, donkey, lizard, butterfly, spiders, birds, whatever. Same. So everyone fights for food. Yes. So the fight comes where? Food, shelter, clothing, medication. How did people die in during COVID? Not able to get proper medication, right? Now, how did COVID come to be? A lot of theories came, but it didn't make people escape out of COVID. So they said if you are Chinese, you get COVID. Initially, because it started in Wuhan province. Since it started in China, there are a lot of conspiracy theories which came up. And when people started flying everywhere, they brought COVID to their homes or to their countries. Nobody asked, how does it come? I can call it a H1N1 and this one and that fever, this fever. But how? Because Vyadi Dhamma is part of Jati Dhamma. So if I am born with this kind of outfit, it is liable to be in Vyadi, disease. So it's a false notion that if I take Ayurvedic medicines, that COVID will not come. Or if I take homeopathic medicines, the COVID will not come. Or if I heat up something, water, and take vapor, COVID will not come. COVID is a virus, not a bacteria. All viruses are non-living beings. They work on RNA. They're totally different. Maybe Dr. Madhukar can correct me if I'm wrong. Only bacteria are living beings. Viruses are not. They attack the RNA, ribose nucleic acid. They make copy of that So now I can see I don't have a choice. That means if I call something influenza, which is called as flu, just to cut short that influenza, flu came because of virus entering and multiplying in the lower respiratory tract, where it gets ample oxygen to multiply. So then I call it a sore throat, because there is fight happening between the virus, which has captivated the cell, and the immune cells, which are fighting with it. So there is inflammation. Now the question comes, what is that I can do? Nothing. Except for taking medication, I can't do anything. So Vyadi Dhamma will remove, just like Yobana is removed by looking at Jara. Yobana means youthful look by aging. The Arogya Mother, the intoxication that I'm very healthy, nothing happens to me, is removed by disease. A classic example which I can give you is, few years ago, in many videos, Sadhguru was telling that he can make up his mind to cure any disease. But when he was diagnosed with brain tumor, unfortunately, he had to go to the hospital. I don't know why. He could have cured it by himself. So that can't happen. Even for the matter Buddha, he had backache. I don't know why he couldn't cure it himself. Because Vyadi Dhamma is part of Jati Dhamma. So you can't do anything. You can find a solution to it, but you can't remove it. Finding solution is okay. It's very good. So what you can do is you can find solution to the problem, which is the right thing to do, rather than assuming or imagining that it goes away on its own. It may or may not go away. So this is for those people. This way of reflection is for those people who are rationalists, who don't get with these traditions. Can be Sri Lankan tradition or a Burmese tradition or some other tradition, and some thousands of books which are written on meditation, which seems crap. They just waste time and they make me feel very much agitated. That doesn't work. Okay. I tried. So it only gave me more doubts. If I am such an individual, I should directly follow the Buddha, not any agents of the Buddha, because I'm extremely rational. I don't want to sit in this postures or cushions, endlessly burning myself in retreats or whatever that is. This is not for me. So I tried everything, didn't work. So I'm coming here. So now I see it works. Vyadi Dhamma. It's not only me who is getting into diseases, even those teachers like Ajahn Chah had disease. I feel happy, not because he got disease. I feel happy that no one is exempted. That's what the sutta says. No one is exempted out of jara. Be it a Buddha, be it whoever, call by whatever name you want, it doesn't change. Instead of jara, aging, I can call him as elder. This is just a language. Underlying thing is aging. Now I see, meaning I am confident. I have confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha now, not before. Before was an assumption. Before was some traditional arguments. And I'm not such a person. And I'm also a slow learner. Maybe there are people who are faster. There are people who can sit for long hours. There are people who are smart, maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, now when I read Ajahn Chah, I find he suffered health issues. He lost all his teeth at 50. So jara and vyadhi I can see. So there's no exemption even for Ajahn Chah. Somebody might be following Ajahn Chah. I don't care. For me, that's not my cup of tea. I just don't want to follow anyone. Somebody might be following Ubakin. I don't know. They want to follow, let them follow. But I'm not the person who is going to follow this Ubakin, Goenka, this, that, Chuladasa, that, this. I don't want. I don't want to get into this dogmatic, cultish things. No. I want proof right here, right now. So this one, birth as a condition, is very pragmatic, very real. But that's how it works. So I've seen in my school that XX chromosomes, XY chromosomes, and this is how it works. So I agree with that. That's how it should work. I agree. It's a process. Yes. Buddha was saying it's a process. There's no divine intervention. There's nothing like, some elephant came and it showed to someone and it. I don't want all of these cock and bull stories. So for me, this is good. So then what happened? By seeing this too, Jati and Jara completely, Visikiccha is gone. Skeptical doubt. That put my restlessness to rest. And I can reflect on this all the time. The only thing I need to remember is that I need to reflect this all the time. I need to reflect this all the time. I need to reflect this all the time. That's all. That's all I need to do. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go to a monastery. I don't have to go to a thero. I don't have to go to a bhante. I don't have to go to a retreats. I don't have to go anywhere, basically. And whomever I see, I can see that he was born out of his father and mother. So that removes me out of Chinese, Filipino, Vietnamese, American, English, Indian, etc., because these are stickers. I don't care. I'm only interested in how the birth has happened. That's it. Now, forget all about this American and Indian and this and that. I don't care. I'm going to the root. Yoniso manasikara is what Buddha calls. So I'm doing thoughtful reflection, a proper reflection, how the birth comes to be, with what condition birth comes to be, with father and mother as a condition, birth comes to be. Exactly. That's all I want. Nationality, caste, creed, color, these are all labels. I don't care what label it is because they were creating doubts in me. Because when I used to look at puredhamma.net and they started saying Sinhalese are the best. So now I find that I'm not a Sinhalese. Maybe if I was a Sinhalese, I would understand Buddha Dhamma better. What has Sinhala got to do with Buddha Dhamma? Somebody said you should be an Indian, should know Pali. So I worked for long years studying Pali, couldn't understand it unless ChatGPT and Gemini started working. They are far better translators than any translator, but it took so long time. Anyway, then they said you should do Goenka technique. Like an idiot, I went and enrolled. And I'm supposed to be sitting in a cushion and do what? Didn't make anything to me. 10 day of waste. And I see people coming out and saying they got this, they got that. Only thing I got here is more worry, which is kukucha and udacha planning. Oh, when do I put my next retreat? Because they're getting so much benefit. I'm not getting benefit. That's all it happened. And the entire 10 days I slept nicely while sitting. Because I couldn't sit and the body pain is excruciating, real painful. And the teacher said, you should take that pain. I was starting to wonder, are we here to get sukha or am I here to get the dukkha? It confused me completely. Then I got hatredness to Goenkaji or that technique. And that created Vyapada. So nothing worked. Because these 5 hindrances, which Buddha talks about, could not be given up. And I was looking at Vimala Ramsi Siksa. So when I started reading his book and his videos, I understood what he did was right. After 20 years of doing this Burmese technique, he found it is useless. And I feel very happy that in one sitting itself, I came to know this is useless. For him, it took 20 years. So I felt a little bit at peace because I was wondering, I've done a mistake. So then one idiot is worked for 20 years and found after 20 years it is useless. It's better. 1 or 2 year old is better. That I was thinking I'm literally an idiot, but now I found no, I was a little bit of intelligent idiot. Then somebody introduced me to this Chula Dasa's Mind Illuminated. My mind was a little bit illuminated. After reading his book, it totally slept. It became non-illuminative mind. That's all I could get. I was in the most sorry state of affair, actually. And I took a flight from Bangalore to Brisbane, thinking that my mind will get illuminated. In that, my pocket got illuminated, that the money is gone. That's all I could understand. Didn't work. Then somebody suggested you should go to Burma. I was about to pack up my bags, and then prudence came to me. That Vilas, just do this much. It's sufficient for you. And it worked. This morning, it worked. So I decided, because in that Goenka technique, they were using one word called as aditthana. Sit 1 hour aditthana. Now my wisdom has grown. I put aditthana for 1 year. Not 1 hour. I'm going by what Buddha says. So what I do? I saw Jara for myself. Not imagine Jara. I asked myself, where are your parents, Vilas? They aged and they died. So I kept on asking this question from this morning. Where are your parents? They're dead. Where are your grandparents? They're also dead. Where are your great grandparents? They're also dead. That means Marana Dhamma is going to be there. You can't surpass it. Even a Buddha has to die. Name it as parinibbana, name it as whatever stupid English or whatever word you want to use it. It's death. Any Thero, any Arhat, any Anagami, any Sakadagami, any Sotapanna, anyone who is born has to undergo dissolution or death. So that removed Sakkaya Ditti for me. This is where I was missing. I was taking eyes to be myself, ears to be myself, nose to be myself, tongue to be myself, body to be myself, and the mind to be myself. And then I saw, sorry, it's not yourself. And I also saw body is aging, means eyes are also aging. Body cannot age without eyes aging. So I have a nice spectacle, glasses. I can't see. Ears will fade away, can't hear much. Smell reduces, can't smell much. Taste reduces. Worst of all, what do we call dementia and other kind of diseases? The cognitive power is gone. That means they can't cognize. Here is the answer. These people imagine on the mind, the brain cell die, cognition dies. I got it. So cognition is not mine. Like in the case of Michael Schumacher, he hit the wall, went into coma. What went into coma? The brain was severely hit. So it lost cognition. So what happened? Couldn't recognize. That's it. That means the default mode network could not be accessed. Now this makes sense. I'm a rationalist. I don't know what this mind thing is. So, for me, give me a proof of your anatta. I asked the Buddha, and then he says, will I see this way? Now I'm convinced, yes, there's no person, there's no atta. Clear. So the aging is not only on the body, the aging is on the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind which cognizes. Any object it cognizes. So now, if my cognition is reduced, I've seen my uncle who used to speak. After 5 minutes, he again asks the same question. Again, give him the same answer. Again, after 5 minutes, he repeats the same question. Again, I give him the same answer. Why he can't remember? Because he's had dementia. Because his brain cells are dead. So those part of the brain which takes the cognition as the source cannot cognize. Now it makes sense to me. Now I can see the jati, jara, marana, all the three. And I praise the Buddha for doing this to me. So these are the Dhamma, jati Dhamma, jara Dhamma, vyadi Dhamma, marana Dhamma. So now I'm saying all of these are Dhamma, nature. It's got nothing to do with anyone. It can be even a Buddha. He has to go through these four things. He cannot be exempted. Just because somebody makes Buddha the Bhagavan, Buddha, is not going to exempt him from this. That's exactly what I wanted. These people are so dogmatic. They're so, I don't know what to say, is that they take their dogmas something special. And I don't want anything special. So there's no special persons. No one is special. Everyone is ordinary in terms of Dhamma. Now it makes sense. Because when we say Buddha Dhamma, we are making Buddha teaching exclusive out of the Dhamma, nature. No. Now, what I understand from this is Buddha is talking the nature. What's the nature of thing? That makes sense. So now I see where I was going wrong. Okay. So I reflect upon this Marana Dhamma. Because now with this Jati, Jara, Marana, Avyadhi and Marana, my Sakkaya Ditthi is completely vanished. I can see it. And not only that, Kamachanda Vyapad is also vanished. And I am crying because in the last Buddha says, it removes asavas. That means I don't have to do anything of sitting meditation. Because a rationalist like me, who is behind wisdom, cannot accept dogmatic viewpoints. And coming with, through some traditions and creating exclusivity. It's exclusive. Only I got it. Only our teacher got it. Only our tradition got it. It's Dhamma, nature. Who gets it is not important. So I was confused. I was concerned. And I was getting lost. I'm not talking of those people who are married to something, they're fine. But it's like me who is creating much hardships for myself because I'm rationalist. I can't take anything lying down. So people suggested me to do this traditions thing, and it didn't work because from the beginning I was not confident and I was not convinced. And the third thing, I was skeptical. And all that I wanted to see was the faults, defects. So my energy went in finding faults, fault finding. There might be something good, but I don't care much. But I'm looking at fault finding because it doesn't fit into me. Right? Anyway, and the fourth one, most important in this sutta, is I have to let go of those things which I like. Pia, manapa. These two words are so beautiful to me. Manapa means complete agreeability. So then I was reflecting upon the first Sony Walkman I had bought when I got the job. My boss was going to Hong Kong and I had asked him, can you get me a Sony Walkman? In 94, that was the best thing you could have, is to have a Walkman and having a headset and put your cassette and listen. And he indeed bought it from Hong Kong. So I was very happy. Now nobody listens to Walkman. What does that mean? The peer thing, which was peer, liking thing at that point in time, loses its value completely over a period of time. I, in fact, don't remember where the Walkman went. And I also was checking that the Apple products, which I used to dream, now I don't care. Because many of those I have already given up back to Apple. Like I have iPad 2, which I bought it in US in 2011. And there are no takers for it. And the Apple store said that, why don't you keep it as your souvenir? But I paid $599 in US currency to buy that iPad 2 in 2011. And in the same $599, you get something now, and that one doesn't work. Makes no sense. And I also recognize that the Las Vegas and all these places where I went, it's gone out of, it's there in the videos and photos. That means I have to let go all of that which are peer liking. Not only about my parents, everything, including today's experience. Why? As the hours pass by, they become stale and they go away. So now I understand that this peer thing also I have to leave it. So I have to leave Piesu, Manapesu, Chandarago. Because the Chandaraga, now I understand. Because all these years, when I was speaking to Bobby, I was saying Buddha talks about Rakta. In this sutta, the Rakta is used. Rakta means blood, colored by blood. It is Ratta in Pali. So I was very happy. Yeah, got it. So Virakta, without coloring, right? So now I know it's colored, dyed, not D-I-E-D, D-Y-E-D, dyed. It's colored. So when they use Chandaraga, Chanda is for colored objects. And now I feel happy. You know what? This Pali thing, people have been fooling me with their English translations because I don't want to read Pali. They said it is very difficult, but English one is good. But then I find words which I use in my daily vocabulary is there. Rakta. What is this? What it is? Colored blood. Can you see liquid in blood? No, because it's colored. See, somebody says it's liquid. He says that no, it is blood. What do you mean blood? It's flowing. It's flowing. What are you talking about? What's the blood pressure? It's flowing at a particular pressure. Pressure means air. What are you talking? Without air, can there be pressure? And now I find what is Chandaraga. You know what it is. I ordered something on Amazon. Manapa. Likeable. I ordered. Till it reaches my hand, there is a sense of anxiety because that product is my love. Because it is already colored, rakta. So the pressure increases by the hour till that Amazon fellow delivers it. I keep on saying I shouldn't be excited, all that, but still, the sense of that pulling. Basically, anxiety is pressure. The pleasure comes when the anxiety is removed. So when he delivers me the box, when I open the box, then I see this. Then I open it. Then I put it. After 2 minutes, gone. Then Rakta, second Rakta, I found with Jobs. Not Steve Jobs, job. Getting job. The job of my dream. Right? So I study, I prepare, I apply, I do everything. Then they shortlist my resume. It's pleasure to meet that person's? No, it is pressure, anxiety. Interview is an anxious process, not for the people who are taking, the person who is getting interviewed. Now, I get the job. The pressure is over. It seems like pleasure because the anxiety is gone. If somebody were to measure my BP, it would have been 140, 150 range. 90-92 range. After getting the job, is it a pleasure working in that company? No, it is pressure. Marriage, pressure. No pleasure, pressure. Okay. Studies, pressure. No pleasure. Now I see the entire life itself is pressure. Ah, got it. Now I get it. I'm going to lose everything that I liked because it is pressure, not pleasure. There was no pleasure to begin with. And I'm rational. I can really watch the pressure because of anxiety of possessing it. Job has to be possessed. Absolutely. Wife has to be possessed. Husband has to be possessed. Children has to be possessed. Land has to be possessed. Building has to be possessed. Money has to be possessed. It is pressure. It's just pressure. Now wisdom dawns in me. I see that I can do the same things without pressure. I can go to job, no pressure. I can be married, no pressure. I can have children, no pressure. I can have money, no pressure, because they are not mine. That's the reason. And now I come to the fifth one, which is big one. So we do it tomorrow. It's on Kamma, the most misunderstood topic in the entire Buddha Dhamma is Kamma. Because many people I've met say to me that you require parami. I don't know from where did they get this word called parami. Who coined it? Why did they coin it? And distort it so much that it turns itself into a fear. Okay. Anyway, more of it tomorrow. So I'm a rationalist. I don't go by any technique given by any person selling me this thing with a cushion and sitting mat and so many stuffs have come up that you should sit on this. It comes like this way. I see it's only business. I see there's nothing here. People are making money out of ignorance. So this is for me as a rationalist. It's not for those people who are already in that. I care a damn about what they are doing. But if I'm a rationalist, these techniques are not for me. In that case, how should I work on Buddha Dhamma? This is the sutta. They could have named it Rationalist Sutta. It would have been better. Because in the end, all the asavas will go away. With this sutta, a person can start with Sotapanna, end up in Arhat. That's it. They can throw the Mind Illuminated book, Mind Unilluminated book, and all traditional stuff into the dustbin or to garbage and burn it. So we'll look at karma tomorrow. Any questions so far? Or anybody having any concern that I'm a rationalist? I'm an argumentative rationalist. Let's put it that way. Anyone wanting to fight with me on this? Jati, Jara, Marana. In fact, Bobby and his family used to recite this while I was in Australia. It was the part of a morning exercise.
Yes, you have a very sharp memory.
Yes, thank you.
I used to, it's not that I'm just reciting it, that Pachava can actually, have done a lot of faith in me. And even the 10 reflections for the monks also is there. It's a similar thing, but a couple of things are added to that.
Good. No, you should do it. I mean, I have no problem in anybody following anything. I'm a rationalist. I wanted to come up with somebody who is a rationalist, who has not, like after what Veena wrote to in the TMI, I thought she should do something different than, because she's tried everything. Now she's tried TMI, threw into the dustbin, and she has done many retreats of Goenka ji, dustbin. Then she has gone to other theros, other monks. That also has gone into dustbin. Then I don't know. I think she went to Burma. I don't know whether she went to Burma or where she went, or she didn't go. The only thing she has not done is visit Burma, Thailand, and Laos and other countries and see whether she can get it. She even flew to Brisbane. That's the reason I took this example. So after I read what she wrote in TMI, I thought she has to be a rationalist. Faith game doesn't work. Sorry, belief game doesn't work. Because she doesn't have faith. Her faith faculty is not developed. Yes, Madhukar.
Yes, now Buddha.
Now Buddha.
Just by your word rationalistic, I just wants to make some sort of a joke or some funny thing. Just I feel that everybody in the group, like in India, we got that ration card. Like everybody get measured. So I feel the whatever the Dhamma you are teaching, whatever you put, but everybody gets according to their
exactly
measured are there. So like 15 plus. So everybody per kg or per kid or per person they absorb wherever the lacuna is there, and that's a very good ration card uh, on the good survival with the help of Dhamma by understanding the reality. So I just wanted to equate that ration card with it's like a practical, funny example. Just
no true. See, it's like this. Whatever we can grasp, we can grasp. Even if you get the whole river to drink, you can only drink if you are thirsty.
Glass of water.
No, if you are thirsty. Number one, if you are thirsty, you should feel interested in drinking that water. If I have concern on that water, what if it is not pure? What if it has too much of minerals? What if it is coming from sewage? What if? So for those kind of mentality who are in what if scenarios, this is best. Because you can see. You don't have to believe in cushion meditation. So it doesn't make sense to me. Why should I sit? You tell me one thing, why should I sit? And there's no answer to it. If I go and ask someone, tell me why should I sit? Will they give me an answer? No. Why can't I do standing? They don't answer. How stupid. Why can't I do walking? They say no. But Buddha says yes. No, we say no. Now I'm confused. Same teacher. The original teacher says do it. And this subordinated teacher says no. He's acting, he is more than that original teacher. So now I get complete doubt. Oh my goodness. So I become more and more repulsive, more and more investigative, more and more filled with vyapada. So for that kind of person like me, this will work. So when I see Veena, she's having a lot of I can't get, I can't get, I can't get, I can't get. So looking from a very compassionate angle for Veena, I thought, and if I'm rational as well, how would I react? So I should see it like this. So I keep 1 year frame. So today is 30th of April 2026, 29th of April 2027. That's a time frame I'm looking at. I from today will not look into any sutta, any tradition, anything at all. My meditation is jati, jara, marana, leaving all the loud things and kamma. I missed vyadhi, the disease. So the 6, including jati. That's all I need to do. And in the case of Veena, she's gone to many hospitals. She's become what I can say, expert in going to hospitals. So recently, after our Ahmedabad tour, she had more hospital visit than home visits. So considering that, she can now reflect upon, it's not only Veena who is getting sick, even the Buddha got sick. So she has to reflect like that. Nobody can surpass the sickness. Nobody can surpass the aging. Nobody can surpass death. No matter, somebody calls it as parinibbana. It's a word. Throw the word out. What exactly has happened? The person is dead. And that's it. Don't give stories. Like Virgin Mary. Come on, what stupid is that? How can Jesus be born without... what are you trying to say? He fell from the sky. How can a mother virgin, Mary, be virgin? She has to have this. This is exactly what Buddha is saying here. There's no divine intervention. Stupid. How did then Karna come to be? To Kunti. Divine. What divine? Stupid it is. I'm a rationalist. I don't accept to these kind of theories. There should be a sexual intercourse between a man and a woman, and then the baby is born. Simple. Just by making somebody virgin is not going to become a virgin, and making something as parinibbana is not going to stop death. Now I understand. Yes. All these years I was cheated by these words. So now I accept. That's true. Okay, so my vyapada has come down. I can see within myself is calmed. My agitation, which is what created restlessness, is gone. No more restlessness. And no more worries, remorse. Did I say something wrong? because they say that you will be established in hell if you talk like this. Now I know heaven and hell are concepts. There's no real hell or heaven. You create hell, you create your own heaven. That's the thing what we're going to take up tomorrow as part of Kamma. Now I feel enlightened. It releases me from such a pain carrying all these traditions and dogmas. Okay, yes, Bobby.
Shivaji, like just to add on to that, like that I'm coming from a Christian background, and there are these divine messengers, they say like it is some angels and all, And when I studied more and more Buddha, and this same thing what you talk, sickness, death, and old age, they are divine messengers. They will do they say in another sutra, right?
Right.
Very, 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 very rational and logic.
Yes.
We are seeing that every day, around, everywhere.
Yes. So it can't be, you can't be excluded. And hence it is rational. Otherwise, all religions are irrational. I appreciate you being rational. I'm terribly irrational, not just rational, terrible. I show my on the face, no. Even though I make it up, it's good. I mean, the way it works. So how I can see how the chitta works. Yesterday you asked me about equanimity, so I can bring that up and say,
I think I'm rational when I'm with you personally.
Yeah, I know that. Otherwise, you are okay.
Because I have to, but careful about the way I put the questions, right?
Yes. Anyway, it's good time. So we'll meet tomorrow on Kamma. It's a long, tomorrow will be a long session. And I'll be doing with these people sitting there in that place in the meditation hall. So it'll be a long session. Be ready for it. Okay, good day, good night, good afternoon from wherever you are. Bye-bye.